This is informational, and we're just addressing the reforestation restoration project as a result of the fires in 2012. And so this is just information. It's not a public hearing. It's just providing you with the basic facts about how we got here.
I'm Pat Porter, Forestry Manager over here. So on this PowerPoint, we got the overview of the 2012 fire season, brief history of the burn area itself, the reforestation plan that's going to happen. Okay, so 2012 fire season, there were 3 fires. So there's the Middle Lee Ridge fire. It was about 247 acres burned. The Hikimoi Ridge fire was 765 acres. And then the Kokee Ridge fire, which is 2,600 acres. Forestation plan, that's where we're at now. So phase 1, roadside hazard tree removal. We did Middle Lee Ridge, Polihale Ridge, and Hikimoi Ridge. So approximately 6 miles were cleared. And that was mostly just getting the immediate roadsides cleared of the hazard trees that were still there. We did erosion control. We did aerial grass seeding from the helicopter to stabilize the soil because it was all bare after the fire. That was about 700 acres we did. And then we did a lot of road repairs up there. So that was Middle Lee Ridge, Polihale Ridge, and Hikimoi Ridge. And for phase 1, the main goal was just to get it back open to the public because it was closed for a while. And so we POW, that's all POW. So phase 2, this is where we're at now. Phase 2, we got the logging operations. So we're going to have a minimum of 15,000 green tons going to come off the mountain. And we chose an Oregon company to do it. And we're looking. These are the dates we have. We're looking at February 16th to May 31st is the general dates that we got for this project.
10 log truckloads per day, and we're going to start early in the morning before the traffic is much of an impact. And we've agreed with the Department of Transportation to try to avoid turning into the biomass plant during the peak traffic times. We're going to try to work around that. So we're going to do everything we can, and we're going to use a cane haul route around Kekaha. So we're not interfering with the kids going to school and such as that.
Looking at hauling dates, February to October, yeah, ending of February to October. And then the last part is the site prep. In the contract, the loggers are going to keep ground cover, 80% ground cover for that erosion control while we go back and outplant, yeah. And then we're going to do some herbiciding up there to site prep the area. What's happening is we're going to take the logs and we're going to sell it to green energy, and they're going to burn it for their power plant. So this is kind of an example of what you guys might see coming down the mountain right there. Phase 3 is the reforestation part, so that's the outplanting. We're going to go with mostly koas, native hardwoods above the 2,400-foot elevation where we get more rainfall and better soil. And then in the harsher, drier areas where the natives won't do as well, we're going to go back with some high-value, non-native timber species. And then we're probably looking at next fall or this coming fall to plant and try to hook up with the rainy season, yeah. We're going to do weed control, so we're going to do some herbiciding up there to keep back some of the weeds when we outplant. And then we're going to do some ungulate control, probably increase hunting pressure, have some control hunts up there in the area.
I didn't mean to misinform anyone. We intend to log early to late logging, but for the truck haul, the Department of Transportation has asked us to avoid the turn-in lane down at the biomass plant at Green Energy from the hours of 7 to 9 in the morning and 3 to 5 in the afternoon. So our intent is to get started really early. It won't be affecting coming back out of the plant. So as long as we get in there, by 7 o'clock in the morning, get unloaded, the truck won't be crossing any traffic coming back out of the plant. And so you know, we're going to have to work with what works best, not only for us, but for the community. But as far as, we don't want to be fighting traffic any worse than anyone else, but we're used to starting early, and we think it's our scheduling that's going to try to get the trucks in there before 7, and they can be coming back out, coming up the mountain to get loaded, and try to get them back in before 3 in the afternoon. And if for some reason breakdown or flat tire, something causes us to have to be there during those hours, we've got some alternate things that we can do. Go on beyond the turn in, go down where there's a better spot where there's a 3-lane, and come back the other way, so we aren't causing an undue hardship on anybody there, and in a safety situation as well.